There's a recurring theme. You go and see bands that have appeared at Eurovision. Eurovision. Maybe that's trying to tell me something.
Eurovision. 52 countries entering over 66 contests. Watched by over 180 million people each year. The biggest music event on Earth. In 2022, Ukraine won for the third time, meaning that they got to host the competition this year. But because of the ongoing war in the country, the runners-up UK was selected to host instead. Our home city of Liverpool has been given the honour of hosting this year's event on behalf of Ukraine. And we, being massive metalheads, had to experience it for ourselves. So we got our VIP passes and headed out for the biggest party of the year.
I still can't get over the fact that Liverpool, our home city, is hosting Eurovision, the biggest song competition on planet Earth. So today we've got a gig going on. We don't actually have tickets for it, so we've been treated to watching it from a perched position from an undisclosed location, which I can't say for security reasons. But we've got Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Atomic Kitten, The Vivienne, and this is just the first day. So we've managed to get into the actual park through completely legitimate means, of course. We're going to get a drink, maybe get some food. My glasses are still wonky from Hamburg, look at that. It's technically the first festival of the summer.
Okay, everyone over here, we're going to do a Mexican wave. Rishi Sunak! We are safe to go with a banger! Liverpool style. I've got utter faith that when we hear this, you lot will lose it and be able to sing all of it, okay?
Called it.
Come on, people!
It's almost this peak British culture. Gotta be down because I want it all.
No one knows the words, but carry on!
I'm Mr. Brightside.
Rolling around in ecstasy, so don't stop me now.
We are going to show the world how amazing this city is. And then, we're just going to keep Eurovision. We're just going to have it every year. Next year, St. Helens. Year after that, Wigan. Year after that, Widnes. Back to Liverpool. Then we'll do it at Anfield. Then we... No. Okay, here we go.
This place is where I belong. Familiar faces in the accents like a song. I'll raise a glass to this place. Raise a glass to this place. Come together right now over me. Liverpool is the best city on the planet. Shall we do this?
Looking back on where we first met. I can't believe I'm at Eurovision watching Atomic Kitten with a Blackberry and a couple of ciders sitting in my pocket. My pants are falling down. called, Conchita, you know. Tish has got me convinced that Paul Mccartney's turning up, and if it's not Paul McCartney, I'm going to be very disappointed. And it's all Tish's fault. It's not the organisers for not doing it, it's her fault.
Do you know what? You're older than me, Joe, so come on, tell me what was happening in 1997.
Okay, you ready? Ronald Reagan was in the White House. Margaret Thatcher was in number 10. Dirty Dancing was playing. And everyone was rocking out to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. After 36 years, the original band have reformed just for tonight. Please welcome Let's Go to Hollywood. This week, Liverpool, you have got 2 semis to look forward to. You've got a grand final to look forward to. And we're going to be guiding you through absolutely everything. It's going to be such a fantastic week. It really, really is. Thank you, Rylan, and his wonderful chest. Please welcome national treasure, Ricky Tomlinson.
Because in the end, love is all you need. Love is all you need.
All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love.
You got the timing wrong.
Enjoy your Eurovision week. This is your moment, Liverpool. You're all amazing. Have the time of your lives. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much.
What a great way to kick off Eurovision. I'm still not convinced that it's over because Tish has hyped me up so much that Paul McCartney's here. What have you got to say for yourself?
Well, if I'd organised it, you would have been here.
Well, that's, yeah. Maybe you should organise the next Eurovision then. But apart from that, it was a really great night. Frankie Goes to Hollywood reuniting after 37 years or whatever it is. That's longer than I've been alive. I know it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Why do we bump into Pete Price at every single event that we come to in this city?
VIPs every time.
So a little tip that we've learned, if you ever come into Eurovision, bring your lanyards that you can buy from the shop for £8, 8 of the King's English pounds, and just pretend that you're VIP and you're allowed into places where you shouldn't be, because security guards, as I was saying, because we did get stopped by another member of security, just bring these for £8, and I'm not telling you how to cheat the system, because if people just believed us and went, yeah, you put your passes, just go through to places that we're not supposed to be going.
Someone came up to me and asked me what it was like to work for Eurovision, and I was like, no.
What is it like to work for Eurovision, Tish? And why did you get Paul McCartney? So we're now on day 3 of Eurovision. I had to take a day off yesterday after the concert because I was just very tired. I think it all kind of caught up with me at once. But everything's in full swing now, so we got the first live semi-final tonight. So the way that Eurovision works is that there's 3 shows for each kind of show on its own. So there's 9 shows in total. You got 2 practice shows for the semi-final 1, and then the live semi-final 1, 2 practice shows for the semi-final 2, and then the live semi-final 2, and then 2 practice shows for the grand final, and then the live final, which is the one that everyone watches on the Saturday night. So we're currently underway. The second practice for semi-final 1 is underway at the minute, and then the live final is on. The live semi-final is on tonight. Everyone's in good spirits. I was going to stop and get a t-shirt, but the queue for the shop's a bit big at the minute. So I'm going to go have a look at the Eurozone down by the pier head, have a look what else is going on around the city, and then hopefully the queue will have died down a bit later on. It's not every day that the biggest party in Europe comes to your hometown. I know I keep harping on about it, but I still actually can't believe that it's happening. It's so nice as well to see so many different cultures coming together, which obviously you see a lot in Liverpool anyway. It's one of the reasons why I love living here so much. But seeing all the flags and hearing the different languages, and it's just really nice to see everyone kind of just getting along in the spirit of things as well, which is, it's obviously all about peace and love and unity and stuff. And it's just so nice to just be in and around the atmosphere. I can't really describe it. It's just everyone's just getting along. People are talking in different languages to each other, which again isn't it's not a rare thing in Liverpool. But let's not forget as well that the reason that Liverpool is hosting this year is because of obviously what's going on in Ukraine. This is Ukraine's event, so a lot of the stuff that's in and around it is Ukrainian themed, which is really nice to see. Really nice to like learn a lot about Ukrainian culture. Obviously you see it all on the news at the minute, but you don't really hear much about the culture, so it's really nice to see some of the artwork from local artists. There's a lot of musical artists, Ukrainian artists on as well. So apparently there's some music going on in the Eurozone, so I'm going to see if I can go in, have a bit of a wander around, maybe get a drink and just relax in the sunshine, because it's such a lovely day, which again is rare in Liverpool. So I'm not actually allowed in because I've got my big bag and it's got all my recording equipment in it, which is my own fault. I'm a silly boy for not realising that sooner, but we've got the rest of the week, so we can always come back and do that later on. Just hopefully the weather stays nice. But as always, there's loads to do in Liverpool, so I'm going to go and find a good bar and just spend the day relaxing, and then I'm going to watch the semi-final later on. So there's even more music going on up on the top of the Shavas Park in Liverpool 1, called the Euro Camp. And again, there's loads of like, you know, Ukrainian stuff going on. Obviously we're hosting it on behalf of Ukraine. And it's really nice just to hear another culture just kind of not take over, but be embraced and be welcomed by the community. And again, I can't really go into the stage bit because I've got my recording equipment, but it's nice to know that there's plenty of things to do later in the week. This morning, Tish just casually bumped into Rylan walking out of his hotel. I mean, obviously he's here all week because he's the host of the shows, but I want to meet some celebrities as well. And I think if there's anywhere this week that you're going to meet someone, it's either going to be in the VIP lounge or Matthew Street. So it's just about time for the live semi-final 1 to begin. People are starting to turn up to the arena now. We're not going to this one. We've got tickets for Thursday for the final rehearsal for semi-final 2. And we're in VIP, as the title of the video might have given away. It's been such a good atmosphere and everyone's just so happy to get on and it's so relaxed. I tend to harp on sometimes about this being the greatest city in the world, And I am kind of biased because I've lived here for 31 years, but weeks like this and events like this really do prove me right. So walking up again past the shop, there was hardly any queue. So I've just been in, copped the t-shirt, and now I'm absolutely knackered. So I'm going to call it a day for now. As I say, there's something going on every day this week. There's loads still to do. Thursday's the main day, which is when we're going to the show. But for now, I'm going to go and watch the semi-final and have a drink. So today's the big day. It's the day we've got VIP at Eurovision. Even the saying it now on the way there doesn't actually still feel real. This is crazy. We've just bumped into the Australian Eurovision entry, Voyager, who would actually go and see if they come round, and not just because of Eurovision. Apparently we've got free drinks for 2 hours before the show and free food. So we're going to try and get our money's worth by counting how much the monetary value of the free drinks come to. And we'll report back at the end of the show to see if we've actually got our money's worth. But before we go in, let's do an outfit check. Tish, you're a VIP, how do you feel? Right, we've got our wristbands, we're officially in the VIP area at Eurovision. It's time to start on that free alcohol. Free drink number 1. Drink number 2. Sam Ryder said the other day that this should now be called the Eurovision Song Festival, not the Song Contest, to promote a bit of inclusivity. And I have to agree with him, because I'm half pissed at 11:30 in the morning. So if it's not a festival, what is it? Here's a hot tip. If you ever at an event, be nice to the service staff, because this should have been a double, and I'm pretty sure the guy put 4 in. So this is technically 7, 8, 9 and 10.
I'm not a Tory. I want a panna cotta shot.
So we're just getting the final drinks in, because we've been told that we can take these last ones into the arena in plastic cups. So we're going to stock up as much as we can literally carry to get our final money's worth.
Edward Wine hands.
Ukraine. So I just wanted to remind you one more time that the show will start on the screens left and right. You can go absolutely potty.
Que vous ne pouvez pas voter pour votre propre pays, d'accord?
Now I see myself building up a world of courageous. There's one more thing you need to know, that I forgive myself for all the lies I said before. All because of you.
the Eurovision Song Contest 2023. So what do you think? Should we open the vote? 3, 2, 1. To be from rock royalty like Julia to an arena full of fabulous kings and queens, isn't that right, Liverpool?
Eurovision, do we have your attention?
Late for you, isn't it? You having a nice time? What are you not laughing at? The thing that you need to discover is that Eurovision has the best fans in the world. Isn't that right, Liverpool? We'll now reveal the 10 countries who are going through to Saturday's grand final.
Australia, please.
Australia!
What?
We'll see you back here on Saturday for the grand final!
So we've done Eurovision, which is something that I never ever thought I'd say. Who wins Eurovision in your opinion?
Finland!
So the Finnish entry, Korea, has literally brought his own sauna. Now I think Finland are going to win. He may have ripped off Electric Callboy, and that's probably why I'm going to root for him. But I think he's going to win. But also, he literally has brought his own sauna trailer to Eurovision. It wasn't only the drinks package, it was the atmosphere as well. Now I would happily pay that again to go and see the next show. Literally, I would go back right now and watch the next show. It's a good job that I brought ponchos. I think we got our money's worth. And here to prove it is the total monetary cost of what we think we got from the bar. So you might think after the amount of alcohol that I drank yesterday that I'd be wiped out today. Well, you're wrong, because I'm committed to doing as much as I can while the biggest party in Europe is here. We're by the arena again, and it's really lovely to see everyone out and about dressed up. So now we know exactly which countries are going to be in it, we know who to root for. You get people dressed up. It's just mad. Everyone's in such good spirits. But Liverpool's like this all year round, so if you're looking at this video thinking, God, I wish I could have gone to that, you can. Just come to Liverpool any weekend. Now I do say that with a bit of bias, but it is the greatest city on earth. We just got given a free flag. I don't think I've ever paid as much attention to the actual music at Eurovision as I have this year. Maybe that's because it is here. Maybe I'll pay as much attention next year, who knows. But something that I have noticed this year is there is a lot more rock acts. Finland's Korea, which is essentially Electric Callboy. You've got Germany's Lord of the Lost, which is essentially Rammstein. And then you've got Australia's Voyager, which are a prog metal band, who are touring later in the year, which I might actually go and see. So heavy music is being represented more and more at Eurovision, which is only fair because for years it's been all pop, 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 and I think that's why it gets a bit of a bad reputation. But it's so nice to see it branching out into other genres and other styles. So I'm supporting either one of those three to win, because I'd love a trip to Helsinki. Yeah, sorry, I am not waiting in that 90-minute queue just to go and see fucking Flare East. So I know I said earlier in the week that we'd go back to the Eurozone village thing, but it's a Friday night and I probably should have anticipated the massive queue. So it does mean we won't get to go in, but Sophie Ellis Bextor's on tonight, Charlotte Church, Flare East and a few other stuff. But the sun's out, it's Friday night, it's the night before the Eurovision final. So we're just going to go and find a nice pub garden maybe, have a nice pint and some food. I want to spin the wheel for Ukraine. So we've come up to the top of Shavas Park in Liverpool 1, where the Euro camp was the other day, and there's a lovely little bar, so we just got ourselves some food and a pint of Madri, and we just sat here enjoying the nice weather. The Eurozone village was a 90-minute wait to get in, and we just thought it's not worth it. But I'm sure it's a great vibe, but you can use that 90 minutes doing what we're doing now and enjoying it a bit. So just another easy one before the big day tomorrow. Happy Eurovision Day. So today is the day of the grand live final, the very last show, the very last day of what has been quite a great week, and the weather today is perfect to finish it off with. They literally could not have picked a better day. This entire week's felt more like a festival than a contest, and that speaks to what Sam Ryder said earlier this week as well, that he believes that obviously keep the competition at the end of the week, but it shouldn't be known as the Eurovision Song Contest from now on. It should be known as the Eurovision Music Festival or the Eurovision Arts Festival, which I completely agree with, to be honest, because all week it's just been a celebration of music and art and culture. And okay, that's because we're hosting for Ukraine as well, so there's been a lot of shared culture going on. I think a lot of people have this misconception of Eurovision that it's all political, which I guess to an extent it is, but I think an event like what we've seen this week, and as Sam Ryder kind of alluded to, is it should be an arts festival. Unfortunately, we weren't lucky enough to get tickets for the final tonight because they were like gold dust, and we couldn't get tickets for the Euro Village because again, sold out straight away. So tonight we are watching it from home, and then while the results are on, we're going to go into town for the biggest after party this city has ever seen. So we've seen all the acts at the house party, but now it's time for the real culmination of this week. We're going to the Eurovision after party. Come on, Finland. Cha, 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 cha. And there it is. Currently the centre of the universe. So Sweden won, but Finland will always be the true winners to me.
A few drinks later.
Fuck the judges, fuck Sweden. Finland won that. Finland were clearly the best song, and I hear no slander against Karja or Cha Cha. Have I ended up in Popwell? I know I wanted Eurovision song, but this wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Now, obviously I don't want to just stick a camera in people's faces, but I've just had some of the greatest conversations of my life with some Germans, Lithuanians, Australians, Estonians, all here in the great city of Liverpool to celebrate Eurovision. If I haven't reiterated already in this video that Liverpool is the greatest city on earth, then I will reconfirm that right now. I don't know who this is. Cha, 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 cha. I don't think you're going to tell me something in Finnish. Cha, 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 cha. I going to get copyright strike for this? What a way to kick people out of my club. If you think I won't rave to the Star Wars theme, you got another fucking name cover. Why does Eurovision have me singing High School Musical? It's 10 to 6 in the morning. How is town still booming at 10 to 6 in the morning when the lights are on? Short story long, town is a mess. Eurovision, please come back every year. I know Sweden won, but please come back.